Hello guys, we are back doing our live at fives. I'll wait for a few people to jump on and then we'll crack into it.
Hi guys,
Tom's here as well.
I've had to just had to do something in the brewery. Well,
I can see how proud you are, Tom.
no, didn't do it.
Didn't do it, but it was the effort. It's the trying that really
It's
matters.
the support. It's the support.
So, guys, this is a very different live at five today. For some reason, I spoke about doing spiced mead, and I was like, you know what? It's so easy. You could do it in half an hour. So
That's what we're going to do.
that's what I've been made to do: is make up some spice, do a couple of winter-based cocktails, all in 30 to 45 minutes.
Yeah, and I'm just going to sit here and drink. So that's something to look forward to, isn't
So
it?
we're really playing into it.
We've got some people on this
strengths.
evening.
So, guys, let's have a look. So what we're going to make today, I've got two pots on the stove up in front of us here. So one is our straight Gosnells of London. The other one is our hibiscus, which is two of our favourites for spicing. Down this end, I've got an assortment of spices, winter-based spices. I've got a little bit of fresh fruit, a little bit of citrus. I've got some eggs going on over here. I've got some butter over here.
We're going to make a cake.
We're going to have some fun.
Guys, if you have any questions as we go through, then drop them in the comments.
Tom's doing nothing else. So
I'm just going to be talking to you. Just entertaining you. I've got a tight 5 minutes on glass if you want to need to talk about.
yeah, God, please request this because I need to know more about glass.
Yeah.
So guys, what we're going to do first, jumping in, not wasting the time doing introductions. I'm Will, I'm the head brewer. This is Tom, he's the founder. Hector is downstairs in the brewery doing all the brewery work. Let's get into it. So first what we're going to do
What's the first cocktail?
First cocktail is going to do the spiced, the mulling
Just
of
the
the
mulling
mead.
of the mead.
The mulling of the mead. So this will take about 10 minutes. So we're going to put in a few different bits and spices here and there. We're not going to be too crazy about our measurements. This is the fun of mulling, is that, you make it to how you like. I've done it so much that I just throw it all in there and generally it tastes all right. After this, we will put a little recipe of what we suggest is a good way to start, and then you can start building on that yourself.
Yeah, of course.
So the first thing I want to get into is every spice recipe.
Quite a lot of cinnamon there.
Needs cinnamon.
Put one in. Sorry.
Already involved. Already involved. He's just trying to slow me down so that I don't get this done in half an hour.
Go on, go then.
So in 1 litre, I would suggest 2 small sticks, 1 large stick.
All right.
I'm going to throw stuff into that there, so if you get splashed, just watch out. 1 into the hibiscus. Now, I've got a litre of Gosnells of London, and I've got 330 mils, which is 1 can of hibiscus. So we're kind of going to be working on a 2-to-1 ratio here, give or take.
Sure.
So with that there, we're going to put in just a little bit of star anise. Star anise, isn't it?
Star anise. You know how it's star anise? It looks like a star.
No way. I don't know where you get your stars, but these look pretty grim for stars.
No, anyway. It's a bit like watching Keith Floyd. Did you watch Keith Floyd?
I never did.
There you go, guys.
Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab a few cardamom pods. Just going to give those a little bit of a squash. Green cardamom pods. I don't know. There's other
black,
types.
I think.
Yeah.
I want to say.
So I'm going to put 1 in the hibiscus
All right.
and 2 into the... Keeping these ratios, mate. Keeping these ratios.
I might be a bit heavier at the cardamom, but it's up to your taste.
Well,
just
that's
bang
it.
in whatever you want.
The longer you cook it, the more you're going to pull out as well.
That's very true.
So here we have got some ground nutmeg. Usually I just like to put 1/4 of the nutmeg that I put of cinnamon.
So I'm just smelling the spices.
Trying to mix them up on me so I get confused.
Yeah. What's that?
So this is cinnamon. So
Again?
good thing. So that was nutmeg.
No, you put cinnamon stick in.
Yeah. So this is cinnamon powder.
What's the difference in the flavours, Will?
So
I'm trying to help this along. I'm not.
I just like putting just a little bit of cinnamon powder in there with my stick as well. Sometimes the sticks aren't as aromatic.
Yeah.
You can get a little bit too much woodiness come through from the sticks when you're mulling at home. So just a little sprinkle helps.
James agrees this is quite Keith Floyd.
Thanks, James.
You have to look up who Keith Floyd is.
I've got a little bit here of dried lemon peel as well.
Oh, nice. Just a bit of citrus.
Yeah, we're going to put some fresh citrus in here as well.
Ah, cool.
But a little bit of dried. I quite like that. This is my sort of at-home sort of thing. So then we've got some orange. We're just going to get the old kitchen peeler.
Classic.
We're just going to put 1 of those little squeeze of your oils there. Get a lemon. Same thing. Little squeeze of your lemon in there as well. Just brighten everything up a little bit. Tom's making a face.
No, I'm just trying to read the screen. Sorry, it's only leer at the screen. James has made a funny comment, but it's covered up by the stand. So
beautiful. So we're going to do the same thing with the orange so we'll just double that up. 2 strips of orange in that one. Let's just do 1 strip of lemon in that. We've got a little bit of peel in there as well. Get a little bit of that oil going. I kind of feel a little bit like Jamie Oliver. I'm a bit more portly, I guess.
Keith Floyd is generally pretty... he likes to drink when he's cooking. Put it like that.
Oh, yeah.
Can we crack something? All right. So I'm going to start on the hibiscus, guys.
Tom's favourite, please.
My favourite. Should I tell the shower story for like the 17th time?
Yeah, let's hold off on that today, shall we?
Okay.
So, guys, what we're going to also do now is I've realised that I don't have a knife. Classic Keith Floyd move.
I mean, it is.
Let's cut it. Oh, beautiful.
That is quite a sight to behold.
Cutting an apple. Actually, you know what I'm going to do with the apple? I'm just going to stick a few cloves in the backside of this apple.
So they all come out at the same time?
Yep, that way you don't have to search through for your cloves. Put that in the back. 4 cloves. Pop that in there. And then I'm just going to put same little bit. Oh, if anyone has gone, I don't have a knife. How am I going to eat my apple? Use a fork.
You could just eat it without cutting it.
Well,
putting it out there.
Some of us have levels of manners, Tom. So, a little bit of apple in there as well. I'm not going to try to cut the orange with the fork either.
No.
So
okay. Well,
I'm just going to move on from that.
Yeah. So we've got all the spices mulling, and we'll come back to it in about 10 minutes.
There. Yeah. So what we've done now is we've just chucked a whole lot of spice in there. Your classic winter spices. Don't overdo it. It's one of those things you can always add a little bit more if it's not there, but it's really difficult to take it away, especially when you're playing with nutmeg, cloves, star anise. These things that have got really, really big flavours. We've got a little bit of allspice there, but we'll hold off on doing that.
So did you want some of this hibiscus? Or was this just to make me quiet?
Always want a bit of hibiscus. Beautiful. Now I feel like there's a Keith
Floyd.
Keith Floyd. Cool, I've got that now. Cheers, guys.
Guys, it's Friday. We haven't even spoken about what we've been cooking this week. We don't have time.
We don't have time. I've got half an hour to get this, and I'm going to win this bet.
Right. What's next? What cocktails are we making?
Now we move on to the cocktails. So we've got 2 cocktails. I'm going to make a hot buttered mead.
Yeah. If you've had hot buttered rum before, you'll know that's, normally the end of my evening.
Oh, yeah, it's great. It's one of those things that you don't make too often. When you do, special occasion. And then after that, we're going to make a mead flip, which I know is one of your favourites, Tom.
Love a flip.
Mead flip goes a long, long way.
It does go a long way.
So, guys, what we're going to do, room temperature butter. Now, there's lots of different recipes with hot buttered rums. You can sit there, mix all this together, put it into the fridge.
Oh.
Got a spoon this time.
I see you played knife and spoon before.
I need the fork, though, for the old washing together. So you want about a tablespoon worth of butter for a single serve. There is 2 of us, so we'll just do just a little bit more. So room temperature butter makes it so much easier when you're getting going. The next thing that you want to add into it, make sure you don't put nutmeg in it, or too much nutmeg. A little bit of cinnamon. And then what I've got here, guys, is some nice Cotswold honey mixed with some water, boiling water, make some simple syrup with a bit of honey. And we're just going to put that in there as well.
What's that, about 2 tablespoons, I reckon?
Yeah, round about.
About the same amount of butter as honey, sort of simple syrup.
Yeah, round about. You're looking at like a 1-to-1 ratio of water to sugar or water to honey. And we're just going to keep, even with room temperature butter, it wants to stick to the fork.
Do you want me to do that whilst you do something else? Or?
No, do you want to tell us an anecdote, Tom?
Hot buttered rum. Where does that come from?
So, I guess it was one of those early cocktails, like butter and eggs in cocktails and stuff like that was one of those cocktails.
Yeah, so flips are really old.
Yeah, so they're almost back to like they used to put eggs in ale and sort of, that's where that sort of spice ale and egg sort of thing come through. So then with a hot buttered rum, I guess it started about the same time as they started importing rum from Jamaica into America.
Into America?
Yeah, so it would have been, 1650s they started importing rum?
Yeah.
Just trying to think. I am making a mess of this butter.
And a bit more hot water just to loosen it, or?
No, I don't really want to spill it out. We'll add that to the end. As long as we get these spices, I think just a little bit more cinnamon. But yeah, so we're just going to keep mixing this together until we get all that sugar and honey, cinnamon and
we did talk about you would have to do this and then I would have to do some cooking on camera. Are we still doing that?
100%. You got half an hour to do a dish. I want to do a dish. I want to see what you can do in that half an hour.
And you sit here,
and I get fed.
And I've got 2 hot plates. What can I do? It's going to be super noodles with honey, I think.
Beautiful.
No, I'll think of something.
See, you can make that Korean stew.
Which one?
The ration pack stew.
Oh, yeah.
So guys, I'm just going to add that is allspice. You can tell by it being a little bit darker. Now I'm just going to add just a little dash of nutmeg. I'm still just going to work that in.
So guys, if you just join us, we're doing some warm winter cocktails with the Mead this week. Will's just knocking up a hot buttered Mead. What mead are we using for this, actually? I'll talk about the mead, maybe.
So for the hot buttered mead, what I'm going to go for is I'm actually going to go for a little bit of a mixture between rum and our boucher. Oh, right, so something a bit more caramel, a bit sweeter, a bit more wintry feeling. Cool. So guys, I've just mixed that together. It looks more like weird old oxidized butter now.
So yeah, it's just come together. I mean, you can kind of see.
A little bit of liquid in the bottom. And just pushing that sugar out from the simple syrup. So what I'm going to do with it now is I'm going to grab our glass. Is that perfect? You've just made it all better, Tom.
Well, I do try. They do say I've got magic hands.
So I'm just going to put about a tablespoon, I guess, of this mixture in there. And then I'm going to add 30 mils of rum. So you want to use either a dark rum or a brown rum. You don't really want to use a white rum, something with a bit of character, something that's going to stand out.
Yeah. Like if it's I guess you spice the butter, so you don't need to use a spiced rum.
Yeah, you don't need to use a spiced rum, or you can do.
Yeah, you could instead of a spice,
really you know, you get a little bit more vanilla and stuff with the spiced rums. And then equal parts, another 30 mils of boucher.
And the boucher is a mead we made where we basically caramelised the honey before fermenting it. So it's beautiful, kind of rich, bitter, deep caramel notes, which is really cool.
So I'm just going to mix that just a little bit together. And then over here, just got a little bit hot water. Now, the last thing I want to do is add just a little bit more sugar, a little bit more honey. Now I'm just going to mix that together just to get that.
Get a nice, rich, salty consistency, I guess.
Yeah, just to make sure that's all incorporated. And add a little bit more. What you don't want is nice, big chunks of butter.
Have you ever done bulletproof coffee where you put butter in your coffee in the morning?
No.
It's like a real health fad. I know.
See, we really got the bad end of the health fad generation, didn't we?
I know. No, this is like, yeah.
It's all leafy greens and legumes. Back in the day, it was like, you eat more eggs and more butter.
Americans are obsessed with like grass-fed butter being a premium product.
I love butter. Like I try to reduce my cholesterol. So I've reduced butter, but I will never get rid of it.
I think my girlfriend realised that why my food tastes good is because I use loads of butter.
This restaurant trick, right?
Butter and salt.
So let's see if I've made something that's actually worth drinking.
If not, I'll probably drink it anyway.
So Tom, nice and easy one while you wait.
Oh, that's nice.
It's all right.
Yeah, I'd go a bit sweeter personally. If you got any more of that honey syrup, and I'll just
have a. Oh yeah, it's all right.
It's good. You get the taste of the mead coming through, a bit of the rum. I was worried, whenever I make hot buttered rum, it ends up just being a glass of rum with lumps of butter in it. It's got to that point in the evening.
So let's go back over to our mould here and just make sure we're not boiling this either, guys. We've just got this at a little bit of a
simmer.
A little bit of a simmer.
You don't want to burn off the alcohol, right?
That's it. You don't want it bubbling. You just want to see a little bit of steam coming out, not a crazy amount. We just want to let that keep going.
I mean, that's dangerous, Will. I think I could get on board with that.
So, next one. What time have I got there, Tom? Am I making it?
Yeah, you're killing it.
How long have I got?
You got 16 minutes.
Yeah, I've got 1 and a bit cocktails to serve up, guys. I told you I could do it.
Right, flips.
I'm going to stop and have a drink now.
One of my favourite cocktails is a port flip. So essentially, when I make it, it's just port and an egg shaken together.
This is pretty much it. This is what the great thing about a flip is.
So you use the whole egg. Sorry, I'm not going to.
Yeah. No, God.
So this is one of the oldest cocktails, and what they used to do was take the poker out of the fire and stick it in their beer to heat it up.
Oh yeah.
There's something
kind of like used to do with stones, and used to just heat up the stones.
Yeah, drop it in. Anyway, so if you are drinking this on Christmas Day, which is what I like to do be careful if you have more than 4 or 5 of them, because you will have had 4 or 5 whole eggs.
Yeah, this is the easy part of this, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to split this between 2, because I definitely want to get into this. So I've got 1 full egg in there. Just going to let it go. Not going to do anything about it. Going to grab 30 mils
of boucher. Fine. It's not going to get angry.
Yeah, look, it's done.
Is that going to be enough booze?
It's got rum in it too, mate.
Has it got rum in it? Okay. I see a theme here.
You need, there's a little bit of something about that winter cocktail. It just needs the aromatic of alcohol. You know, you want to, when you're doing like
it just tickles you on the buttered rum, actually. Just a little tickle of alcohol.
You just want to know that it's there. It doesn't need to be too boozy. You know, we all get a little leery around Christmas. So,
and the rest of the time as well, Will. I've seen you.
Yeah, usually you've seen me and I haven't seen anything. 30 mils, again. You know what? I'm just going to add.
Let's just bang it on. It's Friday.
A little bit extra of that.
Oh, God, yeah.
So let's go.
It's been a great week.
45 mils each of these, I guess.
Oh, right. So we're just carrying on with the rum.
We're just going on with the rum and the boucher. Double up that. It's quite a big egg as well. These are not little eggs. Once we've got that in there, we're just going to dump in just a little bit of honey syrup, about 15 mils.
About a tablespoon. Oh, half a jigger.
Half a jigger.
So guys, if you're just joining us, we're making some winter cocktails tonight. We just made a hot buttered mead, and we're just making a mead flip.
So what I'm doing now there, guys, is I'm just adding some ice. I'm just going to shake this.
And what's nice about including the ice is it acts a little bit as almost like a whisk, just to foam up the egg.
So what we're actually going to do as well.
Will's done this before.
I have. I was a cocktail bartender for a little while. Not that this is the greatest showing of my skills, but so the other side is pour that out. Get a nice, beautiful, creamy pour there.
Basically like alcoholic custard.
So if you pass me that hot buttered rum base there, I'm just going to pop the ice in there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to give it another shake. Really aerate this.
Yeah.
This is a good thing about it. Flip. Nice and creamy. You know?
Nice and light. And people get a bit scared about using the whole egg, but it's generally fine. Definitely okay. I mean, unless you're pregnant or immunodeficient, like, probably all right.
Yeah, like if you smell the egg smells good, you're usually okay. So I'm just going to toss this just a little bit.
Just like being back in the brewery.
Yeah, it's taking a good old gravity with the egg. So what I'm going to do now, a little bit of ice. You don't have to have ice. Do you want ice, Tom? I didn't ask.
Yeah, I'll have ice.
Straight up?
I'll have ice.
Have ice. I'm only going to single strain this, and I'm not going to double strain it.
I mean, life's too short, Will.
It is.
I mean, look at that. It's like a replacement for an eggnog. I guess that's the thing. I'd normally make a big batch of nog, but you're not going to have anyone around your house this year, are you? So
yeah, that's it. And this is kind of why we're doing these little small amounts of this and small amounts of, like, you still want to have a bit of fun over Christmas period, but, you know, I do the same. Usually we have like a little bit of a party because I was a cocktail bartender. I'm the one that gets stuck at the bar making people drinks. Like,
stuck at the bar.
You make the best. I'm like, no, I don't. You just don't want to make it.
It's cranberry and vodka. What do you need me to do?
It's a screwdriver.
Right, what's this like, Emerald?
So then we just want to garnish this a little bit. So
jumping the gun yet again.
Let's use your favourite cinnamon.
Yeah.
A little bit of nutmeg. Just let that dance on the top there, Tom.
Just going to tickle your taste buds a little bit.
All right.
Right, well, cheers. Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year.
Right, bloody good. That's really
right
good.
amount of booze.
Right amount of booze. Otherwise, it would be a bit Thin. That's great. That's a great cocktail. I love a flip. And also, you've always got eggs and butter in the house. Well, at least I've always got eggs and butter.
Yeah, definitely always got eggs. Butter, you know.
No, we go through quite a lot of butter.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I'm always forgetting it when I go shopping. It's always a sad sight when you bought butter 3 times in 1 week.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, that is a good cocktail.
That Boucher is coming through really nicely as well. It's giving this nice little caramel sort of profile to it as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's delicious. Well, what else have you been doing this week, Tom? What's been happening?
Loads of cooking.
Loads of cooking.
Yeah,
tell me about it.
Some more successful. I made bagels.
Oh, yeah, I did see that you made bagels. They looked all right. No holes in the middle, though. Am I correct in thinking?
There were holes in the middle.
There were holes in the middle?
Just little holes. Because I've got little fingers.
Oh, okay, is that what it is? Yeah.
That's what it is.
Not a mistake.
Not the first person to comment that they were scone-like. I had words with them.
Scone's got to do with texture, so I'm 100% with you. They are definitely not scones.
Definitely bagels.
Could just be rolls.
Yeah. What else did I tried to make a deconstructed trifle, which collapsed.
Yeah.
Which was just a plate full of... I looked a little bit... Yeah. But I'll work on that for Christmas.
Look, trifle's one of those ones that even if it does fall over and it doesn't look right, it tastes exactly the same, right?
The same. Yeah.
I do love jelly and custard, right?
I can't really beat it.
What goes together.
A bit of clay pot of rice the other night.
Nice.
Yeah, I've been flexing.
Yeah, no.
I'm stressed, so I just thought I'd cook.
I made my mustard.
Oh, yeah, the lacto fermented mustard.
No, so I just did vinegar infused mustard. Yeah. So I just let it sort of, bit of a downward nod there towards my just vinegar.
Just vinegar? I mean, it's all right. You're letting yourself
you don't want to go the extra mile. It's fine.
It's fine. I mean, I'm sure you still love. Sorry,
so I made that. Had some nice... I made a pad thai last night, which was kind of nice.
Oh, nice.
We did with smoky tofu.
It's good. Smoky tofu. Oh,
yeah. A little bit different. I don't think I'll do it again. It's probably a little bit too rich, but I was like, give it a whirl, something different. So, guys, we're pretty much on this here. I'm just waiting for Tom to finish up his hot buttered rum so I can use the same glass.
All right, yep, sorry. I've just got it down.
So, at the start, Tom's, I'm just going to sit here and drink. And all he done there is accuse me of not doing proper lacto fermentation.
I didn't accuse you. I think that's your guilty conscience speaking volumes well.
No, I think sometimes I prefer it. Like, it's always a little dangerous, I guess. He's chugging that down, get that butter in you.
Nobody needs to down what is essentially half a pint of butter and rum.
It's a tablespoon of butter.
There we go.
That was
delicious.
It was very impressive as well. Cool. There you go, Tom.
Great. What are we on next?
So we're going to try some of these moulds now. I'm just cleaning that up. I think we'll go for this one here. So I'm going to go for the Gosnells original. So it's been mulling now for what, 15 minutes?
Yeah, something like that. Oh, you can see it's changed colour as well. It's really extracted some of those spices.
It's taken out some of the colour from the cinnamon and from the orange peel. So I'm just going to put a little bit of a filter on this. Actually, you know what?
I think it's fine.
Yeah, I didn't even get any in there.
Just a pro.
So this is the classic at-home cocktail making, right? Mess everywhere. Drinks spilled.
Actually, the last time I made cocktails at a party, I didn't put the lid on the blender. And sorry, Sophie, if you're watching.
Somebody else's house, I'm guessing as well. Yeah, okay, cool.
And then I proceeded to go back into the kitchen about 20 minutes later and do exactly the same thing again. And I've got form for it because I've done it before as well.
Yeah, that kind of makes you out to be the arsehole, or you're just doing it on purpose?
Yeah, I'm not. I'm just very stupid sometimes.
I'm just going to finish off this flip. This was delicious.
That flip was good, actually. Yeah, I damn right.
That's right. I got a second egg because I was so confident about being able to do this in time.
Just thought we'd have another one. What's in the other bottle, Will?
So in this bottle here, we have a little bit of the traditional, so 24-month barrel age, a little bit more like sherry. So I was going to go with the flip. If we do another flip, I was going to replace the Boucher just with the straight traditional.
I would probably replace it with rum as well. So
go straight up.
A sherry flip? Is that a thing?
Yeah, it would be. Yeah,
fine,
port flip. So
yeah. Anyway, so how's this tasting? Oh, it smells like Christmas.
yeah, it's actually quite nice.
Oh, it's delicious. Well, tastes a little bit like a McDonald's apple pie. Not in a bad way, but like, sorry, and that's not meant as pejorative.
Yeah, because we just used apple in there as well. It probably could do just with a little bit of orange juice, if I'm going to be honest.
So Will's just stepping off camera to rip open an orange with his bare hands. It's quite impressive, really.
Use every bit. So yeah, it just needs a little bit of orange juice in there just to lighten
freshen
it up
a bit. Yeah,
but smell everything in there. You know what? I might even just chuck in.
I think I'm okay for mine, to be honest.
Just might chuck in an extra clove in there, I think. But yeah.
Cool.
The sweetness level is spot on.
This is really starting to hit.
All right, should I make another flip?
I think you should make another flip.
Let's make another flip.
That's fun.
So, back to the start of the flip.
If you give me that, we'll try the hibiscus as well.
Yeah, that's what I want. So I'm going to pour that out. So, back to the flip. Just in case you're at home cocktailing along. Yeah, that booze is kicking in.
Yeah. So while you do that, sorry, you're going to talk me through, or I was going to pour a bit of the hibiscus in?
Yeah, Yep, go nuts. I was actually really enjoying that last one. The first mouthful, I was like, well, because it was hot compared to the flip, and the flip was nice and creamy. But by the time I got to the second one, I was like, I actually kind of really enjoyed that.
So yeah, obviously it's pink, this one, which is fun, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Sorry. Oh dear, it gets loose, doesn't it? Normally it gets a bit banterous, and I feel like the spirits have just taken us to.
I always find that you get different kind of drunks with different kind of things. You know, beer always makes you lovey, and then later on gets you a little slurry and depressive. You know, whiskey always makes you feel like you're high society, so the conversation ends up turning into this.
Oh, it's a bit more. High level.
Yeah, and you're always trying to come to that, and you're slurring, and you look like an idiot, but you think you're really quite profound. Gin is gin. It can go either way.
Just makes me cry.
Yeah, I always find that vodka always makes me just get super drunk with no sort of change. But I just go from fine, normal, doesn't seem that pissed to I need to go to bed.
I might find mead makes me happy.
Rum makes me aggressive.
Yeah, I remember drinking a bottle of dark rum after I finished my GCSEs when I was 15. And ever since then, I've never really...
Oh, that's nice. Just a little bit more tart. The orange juice has helped in that too.
Yeah.
So, back to the flip. So what I've done is I put a whole egg in there. I put 50 mils of the barrel-aged traditional.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put just 15 mils of the Boucher.
All right.
Just to give it a little bit of colour, a little bit of depth. I think it's going to be, with the barrel aged being, and it's also a bit of sugar, because the barrel aged being bone dry, nice and high in acidic acid. I just want to sort of balance that out. Oh, it just went to free pour then, definitely in my own kitchen. About 15 mils of the simple syrup. Just going to add a little bit of ice just to get that so I can froth it up.
Oh, sorry, we've got the cups for the glasses for the flip. I don't know why I poured that. Yeah.
I'll do this all day.
It's like I feel like I'm on a beach in Bali.
It gets that way, doesn't it?
It does. It's the shirt, I think, it's doing it.
Oh, that smells... I can really smell that barrel aged. Really.
And guys, yeah, we're going to be tossing up some more refined recipes, or at least a defined recipe on the website. This is it.
Like these sort of cocktails when you got spices and stuff in it, you don't need to be
super precise.
Yeah, it's kind of your own flavor, your own process, what you like in your drink, how much spice you like, how much booze you like. This is the difference between winter cocktails, making them at home because you've got the time. So now I'm just doing a dry shake just to really get that egg to froth up.
Yeah.
So egg white's an emulsifier?
It is. So you make mayonnaise. You know, low-fat mayonnaise, they replace some of the oil with cabbage. It's like a starch from cabbage.
Little starch from cabbage.
I think so, just to kind of pad it out. Anyway.
We're always full of fun facts here.
Yeah, always.
One more bit there. Oh, I'm a bit out of breath from that.
If you don't have a cocktail shaker at home, I guess you could just use a whisk and a bowl. Yeah.
You can use like a protein shaker or...
Oh, yeah. Maybe that's what we should send out. Flip kit. Just an egg and a protein shaker. Oh, God, yeah.
Drinking in the morning just got a whole lot better.
Yeah. You know what? Let's write that idea down the board.
We've got a whole big board of Tom ideas that we try not to ever bring up again.
But then I do make you do the occasional one.
Speaking of which, what's our new mulled Tom idea that we're doing?
Oh, we're doing mulled mead in a can, which is going to launch next week or the week after. It's only to brew.
Yeah.
And the idea is that it's a single serve can of mulled mead. So it's straight from the can into a mug in the microwave. Bish bash bosh.
Yeah, you can put it on the stove if you don't have a microwave. If you're worried about those things, I've heard bad stories.
That's what the tinfoil hat's for, isn't it?
That's it. Yeah. They still read my thoughts.
Oh, that's lovely.
This one's even better than the last one.
Better. I think it works with like less
a little bit less booze,
actually.
Yeah, and I really and you can see that crema on the top there. That's perfect.
Yeah.
I see you taking your cinnamon stick out there, Tom. I didn't realise I instructed you to do so.
There we go. I think I've been scarred by too many really crap experiences with synthetic cinnamon. If that makes sense. Like, because actually, I always have cinnamon. I'm like, I don't like cinnamon, and then I have it. I'm like, actually, it's quite nice. But I've always like that pumpkin spice latte.
I can't stand that
yuckers,
sweet and But with cinnamon, cinnamon's a really cool thing because you can. It's about how much you can perceive, and cinnamon is one of those things that hits that maximum receptor quite quickly.
Do you mean we don't need 25 kilos of cinnamon in the mulled mead?
You don't. Nobody does. So, like, I used to tell people, like, with cinnamon, you can put a handful of cinnamon on your kitchen table and you could smell it throughout the whole house. And you can put a 25-kilo bag and you can still smell it.
Yeah.
Smell it at the same level, There's just, once you hit that threshold,
there's no more.
There's no more to go. So, with those sort of things, you have to be so careful about how much you use. And otherwise, you get the negative associations with cinnamon, that sort of dirty, earthy sort of texture that comes through with it.
Mm. Right, well, guys, cheers, Will. I think we've done it.
Cheers.
Well, you've done it. I just sat here.
Yeah, that's the most I've worked in a very long time.
Guys, thanks very much. We'll be back next week. I think next week...
You're cooking something.
I'm cooking. No, I need a week off.
Let's give it another week.
Let's give it another week. We'll be doing something next week.
I assume we would, yeah.
Yeah, we'll just need to make up our minds. Guys, if you've got any suggestions, let us know.
Shoot it across. Because we like just doing weird and wonderful fun stuff.
Yeah.
I actually kind of want one of those buttered rums. You kind of smashed all of that.
I smashed all the buttered rum.
Yeah. Make it
anyway, see you later, guys. Take care.
Have a good week.
Thanks for listening, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that. So hit the subscribe and like button and follow us on all our social media, and we'll see you again next week.